Hello. All right. I'm back here to talk a bit about how the last day has been, or Friday. Um to be honest, I still don't feel exactly like Norway has shut down a little. It was well, it kind of felt like having, a day off and a long weekend, and even though my son was I didn't go to kindergarten or to daycare yesterday. It was a bit weird, but the weather was nice and we were outside having a good time and everything like that. I think today is, a day where I felt a bit weirder. Like, I'm really restless. Spending, like, I don't know, really long time on doing what I'm supposed to do. I mean, it's just a regular Saturday, but we can't do the normal things. Like, normally we would go outside or go to a museum or meet other kids and, like do something. But, I've been trying to entertain my kid as well as good as I can at home, which has been alright for now. Like, he seems content and happy, and we went a bit to the park today, and there was no one there. So that was a bit weird, and or there was one little girl that came to the park, and I just had to say to Kian like, "Oh, but don't go too close to her. We're not supposed to go too close to people. Stay a bit away from her." And it's so weird to say something like that to a child because, like he keeps asking like, "Oh, but why can't I talk with other kids and why can't I touch them?" And then I try to explain the whole virus thing, but he just gets scared, and he was like, "Oh, but I'm scared of the virus." And I said, "Oh, but it's not really, it's not dangerous for you and me. It's for old people." And then he was like, "Oh, but I'm gonna get old one day, and then I'm gonna get the virus, and I'm gonna die." And I said, "No, no, it doesn't exactly work like that." So I don't know. It's pretty hard to explain it to him, and I try to explain that it can come from other people coughing in your direction or things you touch and everything. But yeah, pretty hard for him to understand. Um, the status of the virus in Norway is that we ran out of beer yesterday. I think in a lot of shops the beer went empty. Toilet paper, of course. I mean, I still don't understand this toilet paper thing. Like, why do people think that we need toilet paper? I think it's just because they've seen people in China do it or in Australia and other countries. So people are thinking, okay, but then better buy it before we run out. But like, apparently the shops were filled up today. So there are, yeah, toilet paper for everyone, really. Yeah, and I saw a lot of my friends have been drinking Corona beer. So there's been a lot of jokes about drinking Corona beer, which is, well, I'm happy people can find, some stuff a bit funny in this. I mean, it's of course it's a serious situation, but it's also good to keep yourself, I don't know, or to find some good things in all of this too. I was thinking today that it was pretty nice going to the park with my son, and I've been really frustrated about the gym being closed. So I was like, okay, well, what if we play at the same time? And I also do a little workout. So then I had to like come up with a kind of creative workout, and I had like an elastic band that I was using while I was playing with my son, and also try to make him be a part of the training. So I guess that's gonna be my go-to solution. That I have to figure out like how to do stuff like this in addition to being home and having the kid and working and doing everything else. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a strange situation for a while. Also, ironically, were a lot of people were buying a lot of wine today, red wine. So Norwegians seem to be really like on the alcohol and scared of not having any alcohol, which is not very surprising. We do. I think we're quite known for being a country or a people. Oh my god, sorry, I have toothpaste on my clothes. I'm really sorry about that. It's not always that easy to brush my son's teeth. Yeah. Anyway, people are also. I think there's like 25,000 people who went to the cabin which the government is not very happy about. Obviously, because, well, so you move people out of the city and to these like really small areas in Norway, and if anyone gets sick there or the virus is spreading, there is not enough doctors or I think the government is now going to force people to go home from the cabin. Also because people are skiing, and I don't know, I think a lot of people are kind of considering this as a Easter vacation in a sense, it seems like. So I think they're gonna force the military to go and get people to go back to their respective houses. So that's a bit interesting. I mean, like, it's so strange to be in this situation and see all of this happening. I think we're also closing the borders in and out of Norway pretty soon. Not like completely, but we're not gonna accept tourists or foreigners, only if you're a resident or if you're coming with like delivery and like food and things like that, then I think it's okay. Oh yeah, and I also saw on YouTube today, or was it Facebook, that in Italy people are like having like they're gathering on their balconies and singing together, and it's really nice to see things like this happen, because in that sense then it feels like everyone is like together about this and doing their best to respect the not the curfew, what is it called, the quarantine and everything, and then they're still trying to have a good time and support each other and make the day better. So it's kind of fun to see like all the creative solutions that people come up with. Like for instance, a friend of mine, she and her colleagues, they were having like a Friday beer, I don't know, drink time on Teams, where everyone was like video calling and they were having like their Friday drink, so, or after work drink. So I think that was pretty funny. Like, that's creative, that's a good solution for the time being. And I also heard people doing FaceTime coffee breaks. I'm gonna do that with some of my friends. I think it sounds like a good idea, because we're kind of isolated, and I mean, I do see some few friends, but all in all, you see way less people, there's less communication, and I already feel that I'm going a bit nuts by it, even though I have my kid here and I see some neighbors outside, but it's not like I'm talking with anyone. So yeah, I mean, this is just like what, day 3 of a lockdown or something. So I don't know how it's gonna go, and I'm finding it really hard to concentrate and like finding peace and calm to sit down and work and do things. So I haven't been able to do a lot of art today or work. I did some sketches or or commission sketches. And I have to send that off to my client and see what she says. But I hope that tomorrow is going to be better. But it's like I can't concentrate at home. It's like I know that I have to like prepare some stuff and just prepare for next week. And I think I have to find like a daily system of like, okay, let's say I wake up at 6 a.m. I work and my kid is watching a bit of TV. Maybe he's playing a bit on his iPad, and then I think I have to do some like educational stuff for him as well while I'm working. Like, maybe we can practice, writing letters, or the alphabet, and maybe. I know that I'm gonna give him some drawing exercises, and then I think we need like a break in the middle of the day, where maybe we go out and I do my gym routine outside somehow, and he gets to run around and fresh air and all of that. And then I have to, when I get back, there has to be more work and all of that. I think I need to plan a bit for that, and like maybe different activities, and see if I can find something creative for him to do, or something so that the days are a bit different, so that everything isn't the same. Because if it's going to be like that for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, then I don't know how we're going to manage. And there's no kids to play with either. So I'm just hoping for the best, really. Yeah, also I woke up to the news this morning about a man that had walked around on the train from Oslo to Bergen and breathing people in the face and threatening people with having the coronavirus. And, you know, like, of course, something like that had to happen. It's just crazy how people are using situations like this and turning it into something, you know, like a threat, or using it to scare other people. We still don't know if it was true or not, but I guess everyone is getting tested. So, but I can imagine it must have been quite traumatic for the people there anyway. Yeah. And what else? Oh yeah, I went to the store today, and that was so weird. So, first of all, the streets. Today the streets have been really empty, but like I live in a bit of a calm area, so it's not always that many people anyway. But it was really weird when I came into the store because, like, okay, so there's very few people there, but when you spot a person, then you can see that there's like an insecurity or a feeling of that you don't exactly know how to treat the other person you see. How close are you gonna get? How much distance should you keep? Um, and you can just see that, you know, from people just being people, all of a sudden they're in a potential threat, or you're a potential threat to them, and they're probably scared of getting too close to you because they don't know how worried you are, and you're too scared or too worried about getting too close to them because, you know, you don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. And, you know, and my kid was just running around, and I was feeling so bad. I was like, oh, no, 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 don't go too close to people. Like, it was just so surreal. And I've never had that feeling of like seeing, you know, just a normal human being, thinking like, hey, you could have like a virus that could like infect me or someone else, or I don't know. It was really strange. Like, yeah, it was undescribable in a sense, I would say. Just the thought of like, are you contagious? Do you think I'm contagious? Should I stay more away from you? And then you're considering their age. You're looking at them and you're like, oh shit, you're older than me. Okay, better show respect and show that, you know, you don't want to get too close and everything. So, well, anyways, thanks for watching my video, and stay safe. Have a good Saturday day or evening, or I don't know, whatever day it is. Enjoy your weekends, and talk to you guys later.